The Maggie Flanigan Studio is considered by many actors to be the best acting studio for Meisner training in New York and in the United States. With this video, Chamberlain discusses the dedication and persistence that is required for actors to sustain their acting careers.
Recently, I was asked to talk about how one sustains a career as an artist. I found it to be a really overwhelming question because there's no one answer. So I can only answer it in a personal way. For me, for the first 10 years of my career, I was sustained by my training. It gave me a sense of self-esteem. I knew how to work. I felt like I had a right to be in the room. In the face of rejection, that will come. That is a part of this business. But I think the thing that has sustained me is that I was not rigid, or I learned to not be rigid, in my vision of what my artistic career was going to look like. There was a moment in my late 20s when I was not booking work and I was depressed and working a survival job to hold on to an apartment that I loved. And someone gave me a ticket, a free ticket, to see Blythe Danner in the deep blue sea at the Roundabout. She was amazing. And I sat in that theater that night and I wept. I couldn't stop crying because I was so homesick for the work. And I swore, as I walked home to Chelsea that night, that I would give up my apartment. I would give up my vision of being a New York actor if only some artistic job would appear. And the next day, I got a call, and there was a job. And it wasn't an acting job. It was a directing job. And it was in Pennsylvania, in a small middle of nowhere town, and I wasn't going to make any money. But I did it. I gave up my apartment. I left New York. And I was a director. I directed 3 shows. After that, I didn't have the money to come back to New York, so I went to Boston. It was a smaller market. I had sworn I was never going home to Boston. It was a great place to audition. I booked a lot of work. I did 2 plays. I think there were at least 3 commercials a long time ago now. A lot of voiceover work. And so when I came back to New York, I had my priorities straight. I moved somewhere where the rent was cheaper, and I was really able to pursue my craft. And it's 20 some years later after that moment in the theater, and you know, I think I have sustained my artistic career because I accept and embrace the fact that way leads on to way, and as long as I am working in my field, I still get to feel like an artist. Maybe that's coaching on set, maybe that's teaching in the classroom. I still act when there's time and when it doesn't take away from my commitment to my students. I still direct. You've got to stay open. You have to stay open.
The Meisner training and the complete acting curriculum at the Maggie Flanigan Studio establishes the foundation that actors need in order to have long acting careers. Learn more about the acting programs at the studio by visiting the acting programs page on the studio website.